Uh, oh my goodness. The day after a match, and this is what I'm hearing. Bayern Munich make a 20 million bid for Dodo. What kind of name is Dodo, man? You know what? I'm actually going to find out his real name and I'm going to call it out to you. You know these Brazilians, they like to have some very long names. His name is actually Dodo, aka Domilson Cordero dos Santos, commonly known as Dodo. He plays right back for Shakhtar Donetsk, and he's played in the Champions League, and he has 2 goals and 4 assists. I couldn't really be bothered to work hard on his player view, so here you go. That's the player view. He's 21 years old. He's worth 4 million, and somehow we're linked with a 20 million bid. How reliable is that? Well, it's coming from Alex Bernard, who works with Le Sport, so pretty big sporting outlet there. But this looks like a bogus story. I mean, no one knows. You could type Dodo on Google, and his name, this guy wouldn't pop up. 3 other players would pop up, and then he's there. So I don't know. Obviously, we know that we're linked with Serginho Dest. His agent has come out and said Bayern want to sign him, and a deal with Ajax is the only thing that needs to be finalized now. So I'm so confused. Hello, everyone. Why are we at 469 subscribers? Can we get rid of that 69 at the end? So, very odd transfer story here. I'm confused. I don't know who this guy is. Never heard of him before today. Actually, I heard of him before, and that's when we're linked to him. We've been linked to this guy, and it's very odd. I don't know who he is. I hope... I mean, look, he's 5'5", okay? His name does not say Philippe Lam, so obviously, the guy's 5'5", man. I know height doesn't do everything, but for a fullback, where all your freaking wingers are like 6'10" nowadays, freaking Marcus Thuram is like 6'4", and he's fast as hell. Like, when you have these types of players, these tall, big, strong, powerful guys who are all this physical, this guy is 5'5", right? He's not Philippe Lam, so he's clearly just not going to... come on, man. 5'5". He's 5 foot tall. Oh my god. I'm 6 foot tall and I feel short. Imagine him next to Erling Haaland. We will concede so many corners. I don't know about this guy, bro. I don't know. Dodo. What kind of name is that too? I'm not going to tell my future kids. Oh, Bayern signed a guy named Dodo and I was excited. No, I can't say that, man. The guy's 21. Dodo is 21. We should promote Curl from the under-19s. We should also let Chris Richards play. See, you know what pisses me off about Bayern sometimes? It's like, why buy Dodo when you have Chris Richards, who can play right back? Right? Chris Richards is actually freaking wavy as a right back. So I'm thinking about it. Hansi Flick wanted to sign him in the winter transfer window. You know what? We've been linked to these types of players since Hansi Flick took over. Now, think about it. Upamecano. I think Hansi Flick wants Upamecano. Because he was like, you know what, I want to take over the veto on transfers, yes or no, right? And then I keep thinking to myself, Hansi Flick wants these players. Because we weren't linked to Upamecano before, right? And he was the same player. He was linked with Arsenal more. And now, all of a sudden, Bayern Munich agree principal terms with Upamecano. And I'm like, oh, maybe that's Hansi Flick. Maybe it's Flick saying it. So Chris Richards would be like having Pavard at right back. He's a defensive right back. Bayern looking for an attacking right back. Chris Richards pretty good attacking wise. He's just really good defensively. He's faster than Pavard, like twice as fast. So he would have that over Pavard. But Pavard has the experience and also the dependency on him. So I don't know about this Chris Richards thing. But this Dodo guy, why do we like doing this to ourselves? Why are we signing a guy? Why are we even linked to a guy named Dodo? Apparently PSG have also inquired about him. This guy must be real saucy then, because I've never heard of him. We need to secure the league ASAP to give the youngsters chances. That's true. Tyrone. I wonder what they're going to do with Lucas Hernandez. Lucas is going to play center back, and I think him and Alaba are going to be rotational in that. But I don't know. You can't trust Lucas to stay fit. He's faster than Pavard, but doesn't tick all boxes we're currently looking for. Exactly. Which is why we've also, I think we're going to sign Serginho Dest. I'm actually convinced that's the window. Only Leroy Sané and Serginho Dest. A lot of people think that's a good enough window. That's it. And if that's and then Havertz next year, obviously. I mean, all these Premier League fans are like, we're signing Kai Havertz, we're signing Kai Havertz. No, let me use a British accent. We're signing Kai Havertz. Liverpool fans, we're going to sign Kai Havertz. He's coming to Liverpool. He's not. He's not coming to Everton. He's not coming to Everton. All right, Kai Havertz is not going to Everton. He's not going to England. He's not going to Manchester. He's not going to Manchester. Okay, he's not. All right, he's not going to be a Mancunian. All right, Kai Havertz will go to Bayern Munich. He's coming here. If Kai Havertz, Arsenal fans think Leverkusen is a step up to Arsenal. Going from Leverkusen to Arsenal is like going from a 9 out of 10 girl to actually a 7 out of 10 girl to a 2 out of 10. Like your kids will look like your kids will basically look like Dodo. The guy will link with Dodo. They don't want it because him and Alaba are left-footed. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not really a fan of the whole 2 left-footers playing in the same. Nah, I don't like that. 3 left-footed players: Davies, Alaba, Lucas Hernandez, and I don't like it. It's kind of weird to me. Tell us about the giveaway you're doing. Is it still on? It's still on. We're still trying to get to 500 subscribers. I have everything set, ready, right? And I forgot about the giveaway because I've just been so focused on what have I been focused on? I don't really know. But yeah, there's the 500 subscriber giveaway. Thanks for asking me, man. And that's where we get to 500 subscribers and we do the giveaway with 31 subscribers out. So Havertz would be sick as F. Yes, he would be. But that's for a year. I mean, Thomas Muller is the leading assist provider in all of Europe. That's amazing for a guy that was supposed to be finished. That's amazing for a guy that was dropped permanently from the national team. That's really amazing for that guy. He's the top assist leader in Europe. So I don't see how we need Havertz right now. But Havertz he's been one of the best players after this break. Can someone give me a review on Dodo? How good is he defensively? Well, here's the player view for him. I couldn't be bothered to do anything else. I just took a picture and made it transparent. But there's no strengths of him. Who scored does not have it, so I don't know any strengths. But he does get a few assists, 2 in the Champions League and 1 goal in the Champions League. So I'm guessing that's where PSG and Bayern are linked to him. But it looks like we made a 20 million bid. It could be false. It could be right. I don't know. But that's what he looks like. He's 5'5" as well, so we both know he's not good in the air. Okay, well, I mean, we've had players that have been short and are good in the air, but he's not because he's 5'5". I've never heard of this guy, and neither have you, apparently. Don't want this kid. Me too. We don't want this kid. You know, at this rate, I really want us to sign Havertz because there's so many Prem fans that really want him. I just want us to sign him. And what about Dest? And that's a good question. So Gino Dest, let's just get off the Dodo. Oh my God! Imagine that name playing for Bayern Munich. Dodo on the back. That's just banter. We need to get better players if we want to do anything in Europe. Yeah, I'd love Hakimi. I would love these guys. But the fact of the matter is, we have a very good team. And you saw the dumb article from ESPN. This is coming out from Le Sport. So Alexis Bernard from Le Sport. So this is not reliable. Like, yes, for a fact, it's only came out 4 hours ago that we made a 20 million euro bid for this guy. And PSG is also interested in. We've been linked to this guy before. It's not just now. We've been linked to this guy as Bayern were considering right back options. I don't know, but 20 million. Let's just talk about that price point. No one knows who this kid is. He's 5'5", right? Obviously, you can say I don't know. You and I don't know much about him. My thing is, the financial crisis in the world, Shakhtar Donetsk would be one of those clubs that need money. They're not rich. They're not wealthy. Of course, they're one of the best clubs in Ukraine. But they're not in that range to be really demanding 30 million euros. Flick wanted to sign him in winter. Yeah, exactly. So Hansi Flick has to be behind some of these players we're linked with. By the way, leave a like on the video, everyone. Dodo to Bayern. I mean, that just doesn't sound like a good name, man. I can't. I don't like it. I don't like us being linked to these players. But oh yeah, ESPN do have a thing with the Premier League, which is that was one of the reasons I made the video on the Premier League before this, or yesterday. I made it yesterday. 7 p.m. I was sitting here and I was talking to myself about why the Premier League is trash, and I was just like, let me turn on the camera and make this a video. And then I did it. He is 5'5", man. And look, I know height doesn't mean it. So you know, Des is 5'7". That's 5'7". He's not 5'5". 5'5", bro. Like, like I wouldn't even date a girl 5'5". I would date a girl 5'9", because then I'm 6 foot, so our genes would combine, and we would make some NBA, goalkeepers. We would make some NFL babies. Like that's my logic. Like if you're 6 foot, don't be afraid to date a girl like 5'10", because it's only a 2 inch difference. If she was to wear high heels, it would be the same height, and then you could have your NBA babies. You could have your NFL babies, right? So for me, like, I'm 6 foot, and I sometimes feel like I'm short. But like, come on, like this guy is so short, 5'5", man. No, girls aren't even that short. Oh my goodness. So if Dest became a world-class player like Davies, which player would be benched to make place for David in the current Bayern squad? I mean, you just answered your question there. If he became a world-class player and he's a right back, which player would Bayern bench? See, I saw someone say Bayern's future back line is going to have Pavard at right. I don't think so. I think Bayern Munich bought Pavard to be a backup. Actually, I don't like short. I don't want to entertain the feeling of me having to like become a kid just to. Yeah, I don't like that. So, Boateng, Hernandez. Yeah, exactly. Boateng could leave, which would give space for Pavard to play with Alaba, center back. Pavard is a better center back than he is a right back, in my opinion, because he's not good defensively. I mean, he's not good attacking wise. So if we had a right back that had the balance, like Dest is actually good defensively. He reads the game quite well. He just needs to obviously mature, and his positioning will improve over time. But he's very good defensively. I've seen it. A lot of Ajax fans, a lot of Eredivisie fans, or just Ajax fans mainly, saying this is Ajax fans are the weirdest people I know, because they celebrate when a player leaves them and goes to Barcelona like it's a good thing for them. So I'm very confused. So I mean, if that's why oh my goodness, we need to get rid of Jerome Boateng. Like, Ajax fans are weird, which is why I can't trust the fact that they're saying Dest isn't good. If Bayern Munich want Dest, Barcelona are looking into Dest, then somehow there has to be something good there. Even though, like, we can't be perfect in recruitment, we've also done some fantastic business. And if you want Sergino Dest, I trust the Bayern board that they've done enough scouting to say, this guy can become this, he has this attitude, etc. And Oliver Kahn came out and said, Bayern won't only be looking at the talented or physical or technical abilities of a player, they'll be looking at the mental abilities. When a player loses the ball, what did they do right after, a few seconds in? So Bayern are looking at the mental attributes. So if they've identified Sergino Dest to be an option, then I trust the board. And we have to trust the board because they're getting paid from the money that we almost give the club. I mean, I'll buy a Bayern shirt. That money's a little 2 cents of that would go to Karl-Heinz Rummenigge's bank account every month. So you think about that. It's like, you know what? They get paid to make right decisions, and I trust them. So I think it's likely Alaba's going to leave. It is likely he's going to leave. No, he's not. See, this is what I mean. I shouldn't be reading comments while trying to make up the point. It's not likely Alaba leaves. Dest was watching a Bayern Munich. I think Sergino Dest wants to twerk for us, like Werner was doing, and then he stopped twerking. I think Dest wants to join Bayern. I mean, think about it. If you're a kid, you see Alphonso Davies ripping it with Bayern Munich. He's doing amazing. I mean, even Chris Richards has come out and said, you see guys like Alphonso Davies and Joshua Zirkzee getting their chance. I want to get my chance and prove myself. These young kids are like, I want to be like Davies. They're kind of looking up to him. So I definitely see a situation where these young players especially, want to be in that category where it's, they want to be the next thing. They want to be that Davies. I think Davies has pretty much paved the future. The kid is world class at 19 years old. He's the best left back in the world at 19. He plays like he's 27, man. He plays like he's David Alaba in his prime. Davies makes little to no mistakes. And when he does make a mistake, he has the pace to recover. So Davies is literally like a new life. You know how you play a game, right? And you have 3 lives? Davies is like unlimited lives. He's that button that you press and you get unlimited lives. Because he makes one mistake and he goes, right? So I will do that. Pavard is not good attacking, and he's scoring volleys like crazy and has 6 assists. Pavard is not good attacking, and he's scoring volleys like crazy and has 6 assists. I don't know what that has to do with him not being good attacking. You can get assists, but you're not contributing much to the attack. Pavard also averages the least dribbles per 90 in our squad, lower than Alaba and Boateng. So it's not just about the crossing aspect of his game, right? Getting an assist to Lewandowski's head. It's about your contribution overall to every single aspect of our play, and he doesn't do it enough in the attacking phase, and we all know this. Yeah, I will do the pre-match thing. We're kind of getting too reliant on Davies. No, we're not. We're getting reliant on Lewandowski too. We're getting reliant on Muller to perform. We're getting reliant on Kimmich to perform. That's what happens when you have a world-class team. You get reliant on every single player. We see when Davies and when Alaba didn't play well against Union Berlin, our center backs didn't play well. You could say we got too reliant on them. You could say that. You could make that argument, right? You could say we've gotten too reliant on our center backs. That's because we're expecting them to do what they're being paid to do. We have our expectations higher now. We know what we've done this season. We know we beat Chelsea and absolutely dismantled them 3-0. We know we're on course to win the Champions League. So us fans, we have a new level we want our team to reach, and we know that's the level our team needs to be at. So when they don't perform, we say, oh my God, you're not performing. And then when a player like Davies is continuing to perform at that level, that's when I'd say that we do talk. So yeah, I get your point. Like you can say we're over reliant on players, but that's how it works. That's how it is. We're getting too reliant on all our players. Exactly. That's how you say it. That's how you should put it. By the way, leave a like on the video, everyone, if you don't want Dodo at Bayern Munich. Never heard of this kid. Hopefully we don't sign him. We're gonna sign Sergino Dest. You know, the thing with Dest is he's an American, so like I've always been saying, he's definitely gonna sell shirts. Oh my goodness, this kid will sell a lot of freaking shirts, because Americans love it when someone is American and they're doing good. It doesn't even just have to be in the sport. It's anything abroad, as long as it's American. I like it, you know. And it's not even like Dest is fully American. Obviously, he has the American citizenship, which is how he can play in the U.S. national team, right? But it's the fact that he's a guy and he's gonna be a culture hype man. And Davies has done it, but it's just not worked. It just hasn't worked. I hope Boateng steps up and plays like the 2014 World Cup Finals when we played Tuesday. You know what, Jerome Boateng. See, this is what I mean. It's like the double standard in our team. It's like, some people would like say, let's keep Perisic. But then Perisic plays crap. I mentioned the fact that Boateng played crap. And if we don't, God. How small is Dest? I love how you asked that like he can't be big at all. He's 5'7", but that's very minimal for a player. Boateng was great against Chelsea. He was. See, that's what my question is, like, what do you define as great for a 31-year-old? Decent performance, making a simple clearance. He lost a lot of headers to Giroud. He didn't win all the headers against Giroud, right? I'm not saying he should win every single one. Giroud is the same height as Boateng. I mean, you would think Boateng should win him because he's a defender and he's a center back. But we did get exposed defensively a few times with that long ball, and Davies' pace had to recover, and we looked a bit worse. I'm not gonna lie. We do like to think, Boateng can be this guy he was in 2013. He's not that guy anymore. He's so easy to get past because he's so tall. His legs are gone, right? Taller people get slower quicker, right? Robert Lewandowski won't get slow anytime soon because he's 6 foot tall. His body moves quicker than the average person. He will keep going fast. He has this pace. He'll have it for a long time. But with Boateng, he's 6'4". He has bigger body and when your legs have aged a little bit, you'll be slower, which is why Boateng can't continue to put in the same performances, which is why I'm so open to selling him. Hansi's gonna start him. He will start Boateng. I don't see because Haaland's like 6'4", so there's gonna be a genuine battle for the aerial duels, and I think Hansi Flick will play Boateng because of that. But when Niklas Süle returns, I wonder actually with Niklas is when he comes back, where exactly is he gonna fit into this side? Is Dest fast? Because if we had a fast wing back like Davies on the right, it would be sensational. Sergino Dest is really similar to Davies as they like to run with the ball. Getting old is the worst. You're right. Yeah, it is the worst. But the thing with Dest is he's not fast like Davies. No, he's quick. He's like Messi. Messi, you can say, is faster than the average player on the pitch, which Dest is. But he's quick, which means he gets going and he's gone. He gets past you, right? Davies would, like, if you put Davies versus Messi, right? Davies, Messi on one side. Davies would start out very slow. Messi's going to go boom because he's quick off his feet. He's, quicker. Boom. And he's like 2 seconds. And then 5 seconds later, Davies is out here. Boom, and then Davies is past Messi. And it looks like Messi is slow. Messi's not slow. He's just quick. But he's faster than the average player on the pitch. That's the pace thing with Sergino Dest. So Sergino Dest would be like a Tesla racing a Lamborghini. The Tesla will start off quick. Sergino Dest, that's the Tesla. The Lamborghini Davies will start off slow because it's not instant torque. And then eventually Davies and the Lamborghini would catch up to the Tesla and eventually surpass the Tesla. But the Tesla was quick. It got to where it needed to go quicker. But Davies got to where it ultimately needed to be quicker. And that's the real pace we're talking. That's the Sané pace. Serge Gnabry is not fast. He's quick, right? Kingsley Coman is fast. Leroy Sané is fast. Gnabry is quick. There's a difference, right? Gnabry can get there quick. Obviously, right? It doesn't mean that he can get past 5 players and just pace them like Davies and Sané can. I've seen Sané push the ball and just run past it and keep going. Like, that's what Sané is on. But we don't have that. We don't have that in our wing when Coman's on. We don't have a real pacey guy. And I think the real pacey guy is Sané, and Sergino Dest is quick. Getting Dest can turn into the next Hakimi. I don't even think Sergino Dest is a wing back. He's a right back. He's very freaking good defensively. I've seen it. The simple stuff in defending, right? Defending is not just about tackling and things like that, which he can do. It's also about positional awareness. I've played center back. It's tough. It's really annoying because it's so simple to play center back. All you have to do is know that, they're going to make this pass. But as a center back, you have to obviously have the athleticism to get in front of your player and poke the ball away and clear it, right? I'm a clearing center back. I don't like tackling. I can't be bothered doing it. It's too much work. Tackling is boring, right? I'm a CDM, but I played center back. The thing is with center back is if you don't understand that, I have to do this now. Like, it's so you almost feel like a freaking squirrel because squirrels check their shoulders like, they feel like they're gonna die because squirrels have a 50% chance to survive that day because they're one of those. They have a type 2 survivorship curve. Squirrels can die very quickly, so they're constantly checking. That's why they twitch so much, right? Their necks must just be freaking. Hey, oh my God, they must just be made of honey or something because the amount of times the squirrels do this in a day, they must just. I've done that and now my head hurts, right? But as a center back, you have to almost become a squirrel. You have to think everything is a danger. Doubt every single thing. Doubt and understand that this play could end in a goal. And that's where you have to be so aware. And positionally, you have to understand that. And with right back, it's a similar thing, except you get half the worry because you have a touchline that defends for you. If you lead someone to the touchline, they go away. If you lead someone inside, they come inside, and you can defend inside. But the touchline is where you want them to be. You can touch like Wan-Bissaka does. He shows them out on the outside, and he's like, "Go at me," and then he just uses those long legs and tackles, and that's exactly what Sergino Dest will be able to do. His positional awareness is very good. He checks his shoulders, which is very good for center back. If Lucas was taller, he'd be a beast, right? He would be. CDM is the worst. It's the hardest position to play on the pitch. Because think about this, right? There's 2 wingers, 2 full, but there's always like 5 players in the middle at all times in any formation, right? If it's a 4-4-2, it's 4 players. You have 2 strikers. And then you have 2 center mids that are always going to be around you. And then on top of that, you might have a winger tuck inside. You'll always have at least 4 players in the midfield, right? And if it's a 4-3-3, it's even worse. You have a striker and then 3 midfielders, right? And it's the hardest position on the pitch. And then your job, if your team plays a very attacking brand of football, you have to realize, oh crap, if your fullbacks move high, you almost are responsible for protecting two players' positions as a CDM. You're responsible for two players, your fullbacks moving too far forward, right? And then you have your two midfielders in front of you if you're playing a 4-4-2, right, a 4-3-3. Dude, you could be you're alone. Like, CDM is such a lonely position. Like, if they're attacking on this side, your entire team is counting on you to go to that side and track their winger running. That's what Ndidi does. It's like, it's crazy. Kante does it, where he'll move out wide. Fernandinho does it. He'll move out wide and just make a tackle. Thiago does it so well. He's there. Every single place. People are like, Kante's everywhere. Well, that's because when the play was moving this way, he was over there and he tracked all the way here, and now he made a tackle. And if you don't make a tackle, they get past you to 2v3 against your center backs. And even then, and then when they're attacking and it's a normal attack, your CMs are expecting you to cover any off runners, any off ball runners, any third man runs. And if you don't cover the third man runs, like Barcelona conceded with Rakitic making those mistakes, they ended up conceding 4 goals to Liverpool with third man runs. Think about it. The corner was a third man run because they didn't see Origi. So yeah, it's very tough to play CDM. And Sergino Dest, I've seen, is positionally aware. He's very, very attentive on the pitch. It just happens that we're gonna probably sign him. See, that's the thing though. You sign Sergino Dest, and you think about it, and let's say Sergino Dest stays a season at Ajax after we sign him, because I don't think him and Ajax have broken up yet. They're still in the, Sergino Dest and Ajax right now are like a girl and a guy, right, in a relationship. They haven't really broken up. They're taking a break, right? If Sergino Dest was to sign for Bayern, they wouldn't hate each other. They just take a break. They would mutually not even break up. It would just be like, oh, in 2 weeks we'll be back together, right? They're just taking some time apart. That's what Sergino Dest and Ajax are doing right now. But Bayern Munich is that guy that's like, Sergino Dest would be the girl in this case. Bayern Munich are that guy that's like, oh my God, we want you now. Come on. And Sergino Dest is like, but you have to ask my boyfriend if you want me. You know what I mean? And we have to go ahead and ask Ajax, Sergino Dest's boyfriend, if they're broken up yet and if they're single. And that's how it is. Was I just asleep? No, I wasn't asleep. I was not asleep. But I'm happy. I hope Unknown Driller, you liked the video, the Premier League video, which it's facts. Everything I said was factual. So I hope you watch that and leave a like on that. And Barca are also interested in Dest. Well, Barcelona would be the ugly guy who wants the sexy girl, Sergino Dest, no homo, right? Barcelona's the ugly guy though. Like, they're that guy. Bayern's like this no homo, this really hot dude. Like, Bayern Munich are an attractive dude. They're way more attractive than Barcelona, right? Or the Spanish dude, he might be attractive on the outside, but on the inside, that dude is ugly as hell, right? But Bayern Munich, attractive on the outside and attractive on the inside. You know what? And has a big PP, but you know what I mean? But that's the thing with Barcelona. Barcelona are just a dude that might be fine on the outside, but when you go inside, it's not it. So Gino Dest, as the girl, would naturally be attracted to the richer guy, the guy who's stable in his life, more secure, more confident in himself, and also it just has a better aura about him. Barcelona's vibe is dead, and that's the thing. Dest will come to Bayern. Dest will not stay at Ajax, I think, beyond the season. I have a feeling that he might even stay for a year on, but he won't, because I think Dest has flirted with Bayern too much, right? The girl, she's shown interest. She's watching the dude. She's looking at, like, Dest is looking at us from across the classroom. He is, showing that, hey, I like you. You're kind of attractive. Dest is doing it to Bayern, right? And we've seen on Instagram he's posting things of himself just watching Bayern Munich, and that's very, very, that's kind of it's the evidence that he's coming and he'll join. Trash Barcelona. What are you saying is that Bayern is a pimp? Yeah, we are a pimp. We can go to any club right now, and they'd come. Sane. We you know what? Bayern is such a big pimp, right? Sane got you know what? Sane, you know what happened with Sane? Is like the Sane thing. Sane was a girl, right? We were pimp, doing our normal pimpery in our normal, sexy car, Lamborghini, right? We saw Sane on the street. We were like, damn, that girl is fine. Let me catcall her. Sane, you want to come into this car? Sane was like, yes. And then, something came out of nowhere called Trent Alexander-Arnold or something. And this thing just shaved Sane's eyebrows off. Sane was ugly as hell. And then we just left. And Sane was like, oh my God. And then he went home, Sane, to his boyfriend. Sane is a girl. She went home, right, Sane, to his girlfriend. And Sane, girlfriend is City, right, Man City. And Sane's like, this dude is so cute. He in his Lamborghini, he asked me out. And I said yes, but he left because I got my eyebrow shaved off his injury. Jamie Jones, thank you for subscribing. And then, right, Bayern Munich, when Sane's eyebrows grow back, now all of a sudden this summer transfer window, we want Sane, we want Sane, we want Sane. So that's exactly, we are a pimp. Bayern Munich is the biggest pimp club in the world. Hakimi is the perfect right back for Bayern, but he will be back Real Madrid. I'll admit it. Real Madrid will probably get him. I hope he wastes his career at Real Madrid. Nah, I'm playing. He's a good player, and good players deserve that chance. I hope he does well with his future endeavors, right? And yeah, for me, I just see it. We need to just be smarter in the way we deal with transfers. We need to be more active. We're a pimp. We are the best pimp right now. We're the hardest guy in the room, inside and outside. We have a strong personality and the looks, And I think, with that being said, we can definitely go ahead and get any girl we want. Any, man. She doesn't even have to be like overly attractive. She could just be a girl. We could get her, right? And that's where Bayern is at the moment. And we know that Sergino Dest is basically very close to Bayern Munich, and this Dodo guy is coming out of nowhere. And it's very odd because surely our youngsters, like I keep saying, can't be worse than Dodo. Surely, I swear, and I guarantee you this, there's been so many youngsters where we may have missed out on them, but because we were too reluctant and wanted to, I don't know. It's also about keeping your buying status as a giant club. A business needs to buy a new product. You can't just, I know, you can't just keep playing youngsters and expect them to become, like Chelsea did that, and look how it's going so far. It's gone well, but they don't have that Hazard type player. When it comes down to it, the mentality is dry and dead, right? So you need these X Factor players like your Dodos who were linked to your Sergino Dest, right? And I know we need that because that's how you become a real European, like that's why we've always been a European giant. That's why we'll continue to be a European giant, because Dortmund are like, we'll just build them from the academy, sell them on, right? Dortmund create their products, sell them on. Their products would be their best players. Then they sell them on. Whereas Bayern is like, we're just going to buy from y'all instead. We're going to buy from where we need to buy, and we're going to maintain that. And that's what it is. And I think that's definitely what will happen with this Dest thing and this Dodo thing. Who wins the Champions League? I'm assuming that's what you're asking me. I don't know, actually. You know what, though? But you can say PSG, but I've been thinking about this. If La Liga returns, the Premier League returns, all these leagues return at this by the end of July, and then in August you have, the leagues. Well, obviously some league. By the mid-July, all the leagues have ended. The top 5 leagues have finished. By Jesus Christ, man, it would be tough though. Like, think about it. You would have to have all the leagues playing at the same. It's gonna be tough. So then the Champions League would be like a World Cup type thing, or they just do it a normal format where it's every week or so, and then it's a Champions League semi-final, quarterfinal, and then it's a final, right? If they do that, I can definitely see a situation where Bayern do win it because we are the most, organized team. We have the least problems, and we are literally the best team in the world. So I see us winning it, but I don't see anyone else. Who is Dodo? Dodo is a right back from Shakhtar Donetsk. If anyone's joining the stream late, we're linked to him, and let me just say his height. He's 5'5", which is why I don't want him. I don't know, height doesn't do everything. Yeah, cool, but it does for me. Unless you're Philipp Lahm, then it's different. But we are linked to that guy, and it's something that imagine signing Dodo and the shirt says Dodo. That just looks wrong. I don't know, but it is what it is. As fans, we just have to look at the best option, and Bayern do that. Leipzig impressed me today. They're better than Bayern. I've said it. Leipzig, in terms of structure, they've also been doing their system longer than Hansi Flick has. Leipzig are a good team. They get very unlucky. They just do it to themselves, though. Like, they should have won the game last week, and they'd still be 3 or 4, 5 points away from the title. Now it's 6 points, is it? Or is it? Leipzig do it to themselves. They let it happen, and Leipzig are more structured than Dortmund. They have a better mentality. And that's why I keep saying Leipzig is a better team than Borussia Dortmund. They have a better goalkeeper. They have a better system. They won't sell their best player and not replace them. Leipzig, Kunha. The fact that they bought Werner for 15 million, could sell him for 60 million, is amazing to me. Because they would still get. That's what I mean. They would still get they're gonna replace Werner with a player that's even better, and then people are gonna be like, what, right? Leipzig have 4 youngsters in their academy right now that are actually real ballers, and the next thing you know, they just come out of nowhere. Mukiele, 22 years old. Where did this guy come from? I think we're gonna win against Dortmund because there's no Borussia Dortmund wall. Usually we go to Dortmund and just fall. Right, we were up 2-0 last season under Niko Kovac, and then all of a sudden Dortmund just won 5-3, I think. It was just a very, very big game. And Dortmund do know how to play Bayern at the Signal Iduna Park. But without the fans, I really question how Borussia Dortmund is going to play. I know Dortmund definitely will play well because they have been playing well. But they haven't really faced Bayern since, Hansi Flick has... They haven't faced Davies since the Sancho thing. They haven't done it to us. They haven't. They fall at the Allianz. They do, and we don't fall. We do fall at the Signal Iduna Park. It's a real rivalry, and there's going to be goals in that game. There's no way it's 0-0. How can you say Bayern are the best team in the world when Liverpool are the current European champions? Okay, yeah. What happened to those current European champions in the round of 16 then? Out. No, but I would say Liverpool aren't a talented squad from 1 to 11. I'd say, I know you're probably a Leicester fan. This is going to be crazy to you. Leicester have more talented players than Liverpool do. It's a fact. More talent. Henderson as a player is not better than James Maddison. Milner's not better. But the thing, Wijnaldum's not better than James Maddison as a player, right? I think the wingers of Liverpool are better. But you can't... Trent Alexander-Arnold is not that far of Ricardo Pereira, and even then, Ricardo Pereira is a more complete fullback, right? And left back wise, I think you're in the same category. Soyuncu is better than, obviously Van Dijk wins everything, but Soyuncu is better than Lovren and Joe Gomez, right? And he's from actually the Bundesliga, right? They work well together. Liverpool are a machine, right? A machine doesn't have to be all sexy. It's like Liverpool's like that dirty machine. It's like that dirty car, that ugly car that you just don't want to drive. That's what Liverpool are. But it works. It takes you where you need to be. Liverpool aren't talented like that. Fabinho is a good player, but is he Kante? He's not. He's not Kante. And they work well together. They grind results out. And the thing with Liverpool is people start comparing them to these teams of the past that actually dominated. These older teams from generations ago actually had players that were competing for the Ballon d'Or for real. And you have Van Dijk over here in the Ballon d'Or conversation just because he lifted the Champions League. Real Madrid have lifted the Champions League 5 billion times, and Ramos never almost lifted the Ballon d'Or. It's just weird. Who would win with Flick's Bayern? See, the thing is, I've said it, and in a final, Liverpool win. Yeah, Liverpool win in the Champions League final, which is why I've gotten so confident in us winning the Champions League, because in Liverpool, there's no Liverpool. But in a 2-leg tie, where it's about actual almost being consistent in what you're doing and actually getting the little. I think we win. I think there's more creativity in Bayern's team. We have a fullback. We can control Trent Alexander-Arnold. We have Alphonso Davies right there. We can defend Liverpool's system better than they can defend ours because we don't have one way of attack, and if that way doesn't work, we fall, right? Liverpool can only put in crosses. They can only do that. But when it comes down to it, Bayern Munich are one of the best chance-creating teams in Europe. We scored the most. I think we've scored Hansi Flick's system. 27 matches Flick has managed, and we've scored 80 goals or something like that. That's amazing. That's in the Bundesliga. But we've scored a large majority of our goals since Hansi Flick came in. We are scoring more goals, and the thing is, it's not just Robert Lewandowski like it's been for the last few seasons, especially with our crappier coaches. Lewandowski isn't the only one scoring goals. Lewandowski's scoring more goals, but so are our wingers. Our wingers have a higher XG than most wingers in Europe in general. Serge Gnabry triumphs for assist and goals per 90 and build up and being involved in the game than a lot of freaking wingers. And for me, it's like you go 1 to 11, we have a more talented squad than Liverpool. More talent, like more individual talent. Robert Lewandowski is better than Firmino, and you have way more talent on our team. But what Liverpool have is a machine, which is why they can work hard and grind it in the final. But when it comes to a two-leg tie, where it's about chances, little chances, taking your chances, scoring goals, scoring 5 goals, we can win that. Because Liverpool aren't out here scoring 7 goals anymore. They're not playing the same counter-attack system they did under Klopp a few seasons ago, even in 2018, where they were smacking Roma up 5-3 and things like that. They've kind of ruined that. I think Sané is a better player, but Salah will give you the goals. They're not even the same player. They're not. Salah's a goal-scoring winger. Sané is an assist merchant. He likes to assist, and you can see it. He has more assists for City than he does goals since he's been at City. So I think if you were going to compare anyone, it'd probably be Gnabry and Mane, which in that case Mane is better. But I think Gnabry has a higher cap. Mane's older. Gnabry is probably going to win himself. I mean, the thing is with Bayern is every single player talks publicly about it. If we don't win the Champions League, we look like a bunch of kids. We look like that kid that doesn't get a toy that they want and they're grumbling. That's what we will look like. Because if you look at these clips, these interviews these players are doing, they know that, we have to win the Champions League. And Robert Lewandowski is third all time, not even just these, all time in the Champions League scoring, right? I think Lewandowski would think to himself, hey, if I don't win the Champions League, this is going to look bad. And he's going to want to win it at least twice. We have the final in 2 years at the Allianz Arena, right? Next season, the season after, that's when it's at the Allianz Arena. I think the players know what they need to do. They are focused on what they're having to do. And that's why Bayern will end up being in the final. Because it's almost like we need to win the Champions League. And we don't just want to, we need to. But, yeah, thank you. Did Pep ruin Götze or did he do it himself? Because I heard he's leaving Dortmund and going to Everton for free. Pep Guardiola is a fraud. Let me be honest, right? Pep came to Bayern. The same Spanish teams we used to smack up in the Champions League, 4-0, 7-0 on the aggregate. We used to smack up Atletico. We've won more games against Barcelona than we've lost. That's the fact, right? Over the games we've won more. Real Madrid as well. I think we're level on wins. Pep Guardiola, we went from beating Spanish teams to losing to the same teams. And Pep came in and he was like, I can't be bothered to want to really build the team to really fully compete against Jurgen Klopp. So he took their best players. Bayern Munich had never been known for taking Dortmund's players. We've never had it where it's just taking a rival. And when you take your rival's players, you know what? I agree with fans of other teams that are like, Bayern look pretty scummy doing that. But that's a Pep thing. Pep came in and was like, I want Götze. I want Hummels. We could have bought Koulibaly in 2016 instead of Mats Hummels. But we went and got Hummels. And it's a Pep Guardiola thing. Was it 2015 we got Hummels? Whatever year we did. But it's a Pep Guardiola thing. It's a thing where the guy comes in, he can't really be bothered to build the thing that actually wins. So he's doing it at City too. He's faltering to Spurs. How is he Pep overthinks everything. And it's not because he's just stupid. He's a coward. He doesn't really believe in his own system when it comes down to it. And that's why I can't. Pep didn't buy Lewandowski. Lewandowski was gonna leave Dortmund for free, and Pep Guardiola, well, it wasn't a Pep thing, but Lewandowski also wanted to win trophies. Dortmund had already fallen when Lewandowski left. I mean, he'd already. It was just the thing with Dortmund had broken down. I think Klopp was leaving, had left, so Dortmund were pretty hopeless. But then he was like, I'm leaving. So Bayern paid more money for him than any other team and offered him more money. Lewo could have gone to Real Madrid, but he chose Bayern because he wanted to win trophies. And that's not Bayern's fault. That's the player's fault. That's Dortmund's fault for letting him run down his contract and also getting rid of their manager Jurgen Klopp. Robert Lewandowski had been in the Champions League final 2 seasons before, and Dortmund. You know what? Think about it. If you're a player and you're a world-class player like Lewandowski is, and you're at a club like Harry Kane is at Spurs right now, it's the same situation, right? You're coming to that age in your career where you want to start winning stuff. You want to start getting to Champions League finals. You're going to leave to go to the club that's going to do that. And Bayern looked like, at the time, the club that was going to be in finals every single year. And Robert Lewandowski was like, I'm leaving. Kane will leave Spurs because you want to win trophies. Lewandowski has won trophies here, and that's what the thing. Harry Kane would come to Leicester. Leicester's going to win a trophy before Spurs do. I really believe in Brendan Rodgers is a great coach, man. He's a fantastic coach. I like how he coaches, but I think that's it for the video. Thank you all, everyone, so much for watching it. Bayern Munich want Dodo. It's not happening. We already talked about it, but would you take Kane about? No, absolutely not. Lewandowski, for me, Harry Kane doesn't have the level of technical. You wouldn't fit Bayern. Bayern don't use big tall. Lewandowski's not even. He's good at holding the ball, but that's not like his thing. Is moving to the channels, moving behind. Like Harry Kane isn't that. He doesn't have that type of pace, you know. And he just Lewandowski. We want different goals as well, and it's just I mean, come on. Now Kevin now I think, but every team does it. People say they don't like it or stupid. Wait, Hummels wasn't Carlo. When did Mats Hummels join Bayern? No, man. He joined Bayern under I don't give a crap. Nah, Mats Hummels didn't join Bayern under Carlo, right? Surely not. He joined Bayern in 2016. Yeah, well, oh no, Pep had left. Wait, when did Pep leave? Nah, I mean, whatever it is, Pep did start it. He did start it. I mean, Hummels he was a Bayern youth player, left, went to Dortmund. We loaned him to Dortmund, and then Dortmund bought him for 4.62 million, and then we signed him 7 years after for 38 million, 40 million. I think Pep normalized it, man. Gutsa. And just the Gutsa signing was like, this is Dortmund's best player. The Gutsa was their best player, most influential player. Buying that guy, like, you are just trying to piss someone off, and he did. And it just very cowardly, man. I can't lie. Very coward things. You can't do that. And yeah, 2013 we paid 40 million for Mario Gutsa, Dortmund's best player. We sold them to them for 25 million. But come on, man. First year was under Carlo. The only good player is Davies and what the hell? João Felix is better than Lewandowski. Why are you saying a madness like that? Why are you getting caught saying a madness like that? No. Robert Lewandowski is a level above. But yeah, so geez, thanks for telling me, because when did Pep leave? Pep Guardiola. Well, I think Bayern, I think Pep resigned or just leave? I think he left, just in general. Okay. Pep left Bayern in June 2016, and we signed Hummels in the same June. Right. Pep had 3 years here, and wait, I'm confused. Hummels, it was still, like, for me, it was like a Pep thing, though. It happened. It's not a coincidence that we could have signed Koulibaly in 2016, and we didn't. And we signed Hummels instead, Dortmund's best defender. He was the best German defender in 2016, Hummels. Lewandowski's a new, wow, you're saying that. Look at La Liga when you talk about buying from rivals. I don't think it's buying from rivals in La Liga. You see, the thing is, like, Renato and Hummels at the same time. I think that was it. But my thing is, though, it's like Bayern never were into that, and we won't be buying Dortmund players in the future. So people can just shut up now. We won't be buying Borussia Dortmund's players. And what happened? Pep bought some Dortmund players. It ruined the quality of the league. And what happened? We faltered in the Champions League because there was no one keeping us in check, and we were relying on Wolfsburg to keep us in check. That's not good enough. But this season, coincidentally, the Bundesliga is the most competitive it's ever been. It's the best league in the world, and Bayern Munich and Leipzig are in the Champions League quarterfinals, and both those teams are probably going to get through the semifinals. And I think that's what's going to happen. But that's it for this video. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia san mia and peace. Leave a like, by the way. None of you ever do.